and welcome back to Selling Studio. I'm glad to see you guys. How are you? How are you doing? I hope that everything is alright. Okay, so unfortunately the winter vacation has come to its end. Yes, all the holidays have gone. Unfortunately, I'm crying a bit. Okay, but the winter hasn't. That's why I suggest you to read a winter story about the Snow Queen. It sounds interesting. I think that everybody knows this book in Russian or in Romanian, it doesn't matter. But today we'll start reading it in English. So, let's start reading. As you can see, this book consists of 8 chapters. So, as usual, that means that we will read 2 chapters in a video. Well, today we're reading the first and the second chapter, so let's start. The Magic Mirror. There was once a wicked demon who made a magic mirror. This mirror made everything good look twisted and ugly. Anything bad looked even worse.
It's a fine mirror,
snarled the demon students.
Let's show it up to the angels.
Flapping their leathery wings, they flew up and up until smash! The mirror slipped from their hands, crashed to the ground, and broke into a million tiny pieces. Some pieces were no bigger than a grain of sand, but they were as powerful as the whole mirror. If a speck flew into someone's eye, everything looked horrible and wrong. But if a splinter struck a person's heart, that heart began to freeze. Oh, this chapter was quite short. Chapter 2, Gerda and Kai. Actually, I got used to say Kai as in Russian, but in English it seems that's right to pronounce it K or something like that. Okay. Not long after the mirrors shattered, a girl named Gerda was living next door to a boy named Kay. In all the world, no 2 friends were as close. Perhaps they were even in love. Who knows? One winter's day, as snow was falling, Gerda's grandmother told them the story of the Snow Queen.
She lives in the icy north, but in winter she flies around, disguised as a snowflake. Beware of her, the grandmother warned. She's a wicked woman.
But don't worry, she added. If your heart is pure, you'll always see the queen for who she is. Wandering home, Kay gazed at the glittering snowflakes drifting down. As he stared, he noticed one flake seemed larger than the others. Then he gasped. The snowflake was definitely growing bigger until it became a beautiful woman. She was astonishing. Her shimmering white clothes were coated in the snow, and she herself was made entirely of ice. The Snow Queen! The woman turned her cold, bright eyes on Kai. He shook his head, and she vanished. I must have imagined her, he thought. Winter passed, and Kai forgot all about the Snow Queen. Then one day, while he and Gerda watered the roses in her window box, Kay suddenly cried, Kay, what is it? Oh, my heart and my eyes! He had laughed. He felt a sharp jab in his eye and another piercing his heart. But neither Kay nor Gerda could see what had happened. I think that everybody understands that there were that magic mirror. Yeah, it's a pity. The jabs came from splinters of the broken mirror. I'm like the cap. At once, Kay began to change and grow cruel. These roses are crooked and ugly. But, Kay, you've always loved them. Seeing Gerda's frightening face made him angry. He jumped up and laughed. Gerda listened sadly to his boots creaking down the stairs. After that, Kay saw everything differently. He began to argue and make fun of people in the street. He even mocked Gerda and her roses, though she still loved him. Next winter, Kay ignored Gerda altogether and joined the boys on their sleds in the town square. As they played, a dazzling white sleigh rode into the square. Its driver was dressed in white from her forehead to her pointed boots. Everyone but Kay ran away. He shouted, "This looks fun!" and tied his sled to the snow-white sleigh. The two sharp splinters of mirror had blinded him to danger. For the driver was no one other than the Snow Queen herself. I think that was obvious. The sleigh picked up speed and Kay laughed with excitement. Hurtling around the square, they dashed out through the city gates. There was kidnapping. Yeah. On and on they flew through swirling snow. All too soon the sleigh stopped. As the driver stood up, Kay realized who she was. The Snow Queen. You must be frozen. Come and join me in my sleigh. Quickly the queen kissed Kay, and his icy heart grew colder. She kissed him again, and he forgot all about home. He was trapped. Well, I think that the majority of you know this story and know how interesting it is. But I think it's very useful for us to read it in English. So that's why don't miss the next video, the third and the fourth chapters of this story. Don't forget about Selling Studio. Don't forget to put your likes. Don't forget that on Thursday we will have a very interesting conversation with Selling Graduate. So don't miss it. Have a nice day and goodbye.